Okay. Whoa. Oh, well. Okay. Try to stare at the lens and not the screen. Hey, I think we're cooking with gas now. We're rolling. All right. Start videotape. Try two. Um, hey everybody. It's been a while since I've made a video. Life is just always getting in the way of living, and in my case, it seems to be a daily uh, occurrence. At any rate, it's May 5th. It's a Sunday. It's been raining most of the day. It's not raining now, which is nice. The sun's trying to come out, get a little sunshine in, and it's cool. 61 and 2:30ish Central Time. Anyway, the weather report. Uh, yeah, so things since January. January, I got kind of sick, had some problems with something. It gave me migraines. Might have been related to high blood pressure. I don't know. We worked on that, got that taken care of somewhat. It might have been also the fact that every cedar tree in my part of the world decided to pollinate and go crazy. And I suffered some great deal of sinus problems and headaches and so forth. Anyway, anybody suffers from seasonal allergies, you know what I'm talking about. Pain in the ass. Also, let's see, I got another service dog. She's a rescue. Her owner passed away. Family didn't want her. She was headed to the pound. So my sister stepped in, contacted me, knew I was looking for another replacement dog for my other guy, a little fuzzy butt, who passed away on me. Didn't have him very long. I think I had him 8 months. He was old. He was very old. She's old. She's 9, 10 years old, maybe 11, 11-ish. Bad teeth, got a heart murmur. Don't know if she has heartworms or not. I haven't tested her yet. I'd take her and get her all her shots. All the shots. I had no shot records on her, no past history. So poor little thing. Had to have her feet fixed up because apparently the owners had ignored her toenail growth and it grew into the pads of her feet. So I had no idea she didn't act like she did anything wrong. I couldn't tell by looking myself because she wouldn't let me get that close to him. The doctor picked up on it and took care of that. It was a bit of an ordeal, an expense I didn't expect to have to pay for, but it's okay. She's better now. She's got some weight on her. She looks happier than she was when she came here. I'll get pictures of her to show you. She's just a little quiet dog. She spends most time sleeping, unless there's a thunderstorm. Then she finds a way to be as attached to me as she possibly can. Otherwise, she has nothing to do with me. She barely answers to her name. She is potty trained as far as doing it on a pad inside the house. She has no idea what the outdoors is. We'll fix that when I move. And that's one of the stories as I'm moving. We got word somewhere about the time the owners bought this place, shortly afterwards, the new owners bought it, that they were going to move us, people who live here on the government housing programs. In our country, if you're not from around here, not familiar, we have for people who live on their Social Security or are disabled and so forth, who don't have the income to pay the average rate of rent in the area. They have a subsidized apartment programs. Well, this has been that way for 40 years. They're changing it. It's not longer going to be that. So they built the new places just up the road from me, and they're going to, in their process of getting us all qualified for the new place and moving us, relocating us to there. So that's been the problem because I've been moving up too much since I lost my home 6 years ago to a marriage that just completely fell apart, and I lost everything, properties, everything I'd been on for over 20 years to a marriage 38 years. Anyway, everything went crazy. And I'm tired of moving, and so I thought I wasn't going to have to move anymore. But that changed. Now I'm moving again. So we're going to be moving up the road. Newer apartment, same footage, except it'll just be laid out differently, which is fine. And the town I live in, I like it here. I don't want to have to move. The rents, is what I can afford, and that's the idea behind the system. Secondly, the town is small enough for me to get around without a car, so I don't have a regular vehicle. I don't want to have to put all the money for upkeep, tags, and insurances, and all the stuff goes along with that when I don't need one. It's just sitting there. So I moved it along. Somebody else got it. So and I've been living out of boxes. I've got everything packed up because my anxiety tells me I don't want to get last minute, boom, you got to move. And then I spend my time pulling my hair out trying to figure out how to get moved all just within whatever time frame they give us. So I've been taking those warnings to heed, and I boxed up everything. Practically everything's ready to go. So I'm kind of waiting on that time to happen. And so far, June is the next mark. This beginning of May. Somewhere in June, I may have to move. Maybe July. Who knows at this point? I don't know. They're moving really slowly at this point. The apartments look done from the outside. There's some minor things. Apparently, they're still working on the inside. I don't know how they're going to do the move, but anyway, that's where I'm at now. It keeps me from making any more these videos, even though I don't do this for a living. This is not my job. I do this for a hobby. This is part of my anxiety treatment and to keep me from being depressed, I deal with this YouTube channel. I've had it for 12 years. It started out at one thing. It's progressed into other things. It's never been real popular or anything. Was it that important or not? I think I've had a maximum of 30 some odd subscribers. I don't know where I'm at now. I had a new person come in line. Thank you for joining up. I appreciate that. They follow along with my weird life. I try to make videos about this, that, and another. I had some hobbies I was working on. We were doing some radio repair, old vacuum tube radios, antiques. I bought a set of different years, intent to go through them, learn how they work, fix them if they need to be fixed, learn how to do all that, and then enjoy having an antique or a vintage piece of history in my house. Trying to make my own life, build my own life back. Some cooking things, build some electric bicycles. I spent the last 2 years riding on the back of a bicycle. Anything major shopping, I order it and it comes to my house. I do a lot of shopping online through Walmart and probably Amazon, the two biggest, and then littler places, but along the line for different things, but mostly Walmart. I do a whole series about things I buy on Walmart, including this camera, including my that bicycle I bought brand new 2 years ago. Managed to put 400 miles on it. 10 miles a week. And so it's been okay, but I'm getting to the point now where physically it's not easy for me to drive or ride. It's just my hips, my knees, my ankle. Anyway, reaching 67, I'm not in the best of shape. I have health issues. So riding the bicycle is no longer enjoyable for the most part. It's becoming more of a chore to have to deal with it. I don't care if it's occasional, but more than occasionally it gets to be a pain. And I have doctor visits. I have my grocery shopping. And that's pretty much all I do. I'm a recluse. I live alone, except for my puppy dog. And so I try to find things to entertain myself. And this is one of them here. I have a new project that kind of came in amongst all this, which is bizarre, is that for my new form of transportation I bought, which is now being sold through Amazon and Walmart, which is new products for them. They're those cheap Chinese scooters. I don't know if you're not familiar with them. They're a knockoff of Japanese scooters. So they try to look like a Yamaha or a Honda or something else, but they're not. They're mass produced in China, and they're sold all over the place. I mean, the people in Asia, Eurasia, and East Asia, and all the Asian countries, they ride these things like crazy. They're everywhere over there. I've seen them pile their entire house on them, go down the street in these little things. So if they can use them and utilize them like they do, and all the people that live in those countries who make that their primary transportation, I can do the same thing. That's the idea. That's also should be easy enough for me to maintain. It was not expensive. I managed to buy it, and I'll try to put some pictures on the next video here to add to this whole little thing. It's just a basic scooter. Is opposite from motorcycles that you don't. You put your feet flat on a deck. You don't have foot pegs. You just have a deck to put your feet on, and it's usually an automatic. No gears to mess with, and it's other than that, it looks like a motorcycle with some plastic around it or some bits. But it is. There's Italian European scooters which would be like way out of my price range. The Yamahas and Honda, I think, the only two that make Japanese scooters that you can get, and the rest of them are Chinese stuff. So it's based on a really simple engine design, and the design's a clone of a Honda design that's been around forever, and they work great. They're basically all over the place, industrial forms of them and so on. But the engine itself is fine. It's the way they're put together. So you have to understand that you're going to be mechanicking on it, follow that all the time. Neat thing is that there's a billion things you can get online for them. You can upgrade them all over the place. It's a complete hobby with that too. So, but anyway, it's going to be my main transportation. And I'll see how that works. I'm going to find out if I can get it tagged or not. That'll kill it right there. If I can't get a tag on it, it's useless to me. I won't be able to do anything but stare at it. Take it on a trailer and put it on a trail somewhere, because it's not really a dirt bike. It's a scooter. It's a city bike. It's made for short distances, quick runs, college campus kind of vehicle, that thing. Anyway, if you know what a scooter is, you know what it is. If you don't, you can find out. I still have to do an oil change. I got some fenders to still put on it. It's permanently put together. I have it covered up, parked down on the ground level so I can get to it. So anyway, that's what I'm doing with that. And that's where I'm at the moment. So yeah, got a new doggy, got a project. I'm waiting to move, get that all out of the way, get settled in. I've got some health issues to go. I need some teethers. If you haven't, like what is up with that? Yeah, they're gone, except for some that need to be pulled out now. And I can get some dentures put in. I've been waiting for it to get to the dentist here locally. Finding affordable dental care in my state is horrible. My health care is not all that great. So I have to deal with that. Lucky I haven't gotten extremely sick yet. I've been kind of just keeping it on a certain level and working with it and just trying to, go through life. So anyway, that's what was going on. I hope this all got recorded, because there was a whole lot of talking. If it didn't record or it didn't, the last one I did, the sound was gone. I tried it recognized the microphone, but there was dead silence with it when I used it. So cheap Chinese stuff, right? We in America buy a ton of Chinese crap, and most of it's just stuff that you're going to throw away anyway. So there you go. That's the adventure of buying stuff on a budget. I ain't rich, so I have to go the poor man route if I want anything. So anyway, there we go. See you on the next video. Bye. Thank you.